Oh, I knew this was an awful idea. You're literally 5 feet off the ground, Nina. It's not that who are you again? Well, I don't know what else you can do that we haven't been trying for 30 minutes, but sure, be my guest. Huh? Okay. I might be able to reach it. I'm too scared to look down. It's gonna be okay. Bold words for someone who's on the ground. Well, at this point, I only know what you sound like, but... well, I guess I can trust you. Hey, Rox, what's up? Nothing much, just, squeezing in one last study session before tomorrow's test. I know. I have been studying all week, but only because this is my last chance to up my grade. And, well, you know how my parents are if my grades aren't up to par. Very true, but I ask you this. What if there's something on the test that I haven't studied and I don't even realize till mid-exam? Well, okay, fine. Yes, I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the staying in aspect of studying. You happy now? Oh, do I have to? Just because I'm young and in college doesn't mean I'm going to have fun. What? No, I'm not having fun. I would never. Baby, if you're gonna spin me around like that, you ought to treat me out to dinner. I'm really glad you made me come out tonight. It was really fun. It's always fun with you. More coffee? On second thought, maybe not, judging by those jittering hands. Listen, I know you're worried, but look at you. You're practically half asleep, face down in your books. You're not gonna absorb anything at this point. I think it's time to go to bed. Yes, I will text you when I get out of class. We can have a celebratory end of the semester lunch before I drive back home. Rox, I can drive myself home. I have a driving license too. It was the one time. And anyway, you're just as sleep deprived as I am, so what difference? No, you got me there. It is easier to stay awake when you're driving with me. Plus, it really works out that we live near each other. Your dad's still picking you up from my house, right? Rox. Rox. Hey, Rox. Listen. It's okay. I'm sure your dad and I will get along just fine. I'm his kid's best friend, right? Unless you haven't told him at all about me, and you've only been using me for my special coffee to keep you awake. Kidding. I thought some humor might help you relax. I just said... yes. Fine. I, Nina, swear that I will not leave without you, so we can drive home together. Overprotective as always. Song below the mortal. Oh, hey. I was, just practicing. Did you just wake up? I didn't even realize we can still sleep here. Well, no, there are no laws from what I know of, but, I mean, we're dead, right? We're not beholden to the limits of the bodies we had before, and I don't recall ever feeling fatigue down here. Come to think of it, I haven't really thought about sleep at all in a while. Was it nice, at least? Well, that's good. Wait, I didn't wake you, did I? I kind of figured no one would hear me within the rock, you know. Unless you just have incredible hearing. Which would be cool, but also begs the question, do all shades have it? And if that's the case, am I the only one that doesn't? Okay, well, that's good. Wait, I didn't wake you, did I? I kind of figured no one would hear me within the rock, you know. and unless you just have incredible hearing, which would be cool, but also begs the question, do all the shades have it? And if that's the case, am I the only one that doesn't? Okay, well, that's good. I know none of us have much left from the living, so I wouldn't want to take that from you. No, not nervous. I just... I guess I haven't spoken to anyone in a while. Come to think of it, I kinda don't really remember how long I've been here. Anyway, how have you been? That's good to hear. No, I just, well, I don't know, I know it can take some time adjusting to the underworld, or at least it did for me, so it's good to hear that you're transitioning okay, that's all. What about your job down at the office? I know that has to be tedious, sorting out the paperwork of the damned. Really? You? I mean, I don't imagine anyone enjoying paperwork. Well, that's good. Do you ever read what's on there? Who did what, and what sentence they ended up getting and all that? Okay. It's not bad. nothing. You just strike me as someone who is really passionate about the things they get into, so it's good you're getting some enjoyment out of your job. Me? Oh, it's been fun. I've learned enough of Orpheus' set list that Lord Hades has even allowed me to cover for Orpheus when he visits Eurydice. Oh, yes, he's very much in love with her. Very much so. You've never heard of their story? Oh, it's beautiful. I can tell you about it, unless you had something else to do. Of course, I don't want to take up any more of your free time. Well, yeah, we're dead, but I still want to be considerate. Plus, we're still at the behest of a higher authority. We still have jobs. Honestly, nothing's really changed except for the cost of living and the other amenities they have down here, however minimal they may be. You can only watch so many of the Elysium games, to be fair. Right. The story. Are you sure? Cool. Yeah. I don't mind if you fall asleep while I tell the story. Anything for you. I've never really gotten sleepy since coming here. Do you feel fatigue here? You had a dream. Huh. I suppose I never thought of that. Ghost dreaming. Hopefully something good. Familiar? Like a memory? What did you remember? It must be odd to not remember something except for how it feels. Well, if you really want to sleep, I can think of a way better place than this drafty old room. Here, I'll show you. Ta-da! I like sitting here every now and again because you can still see all of Elysium, but it's just off the beaten path, so we're not in the way of Prince Zagreus when he does his runs. Truth be told, it is curious how hell-bent he is on trying to fight his way to the surface, even if he's just going to lose every time, especially after how many times he's tried. That aside, way nicer than the healing room, right? Yes, it is beautiful. I'm glad you like it. Anyway, let's sit. Or rather, you can lay over there for your nap, and I can sit. What are you? On my lap? Are you sure? No, on my lap is fine. On my lap is fine. Is this okay? Are you comfortable? No, I would never do anything to make you feel uncomfortable. I suppose I should be flattered if you trust me this much. Since you are trying to sleep, may I try something? I think you might like it. Well, my mom would always stroke ever so gently from the tip of my nose all the way to my forehead and down the back of my head, and run their fingers through my hair, just like this. Does that feel okay? Good. Now, the story. Fair warning, it is a bit sad, but it comes back around. Orpheus was a descendant of the gods on his father's side, Agrias, and the student and child of his muse mother, Calliope. And he sang just as beautifully in life as he sings now, while playing a lyre that some said was given to him by Apollo, the god of music himself. So much so that even the animals and all of nature, the plants, the rivers, the rocks, all who heard even the faintest notes from afar would stop and listen. Meanwhile, there was a lady named Eurydice who sang beautifully, and they felt deeply in love with each other. They loved to sing together, their harmony and melody a perfect match. But, as it turns out, fate had other plans for the would-be married couple, as a poisonous snake sank its fatal fangs into Eurydice's ankle, killing her the night of their wedding. Wrought with grief, Orpheus sang with a sorrow that came from the depth of his soul, a sadness so deep even the winds themselves took pity on him and carried the sound so that everyone may hear and grieve with him. But this wasn't enough for him. He wanted his love back and was willing to do what it took to get Eurydice back. With the protection of the gods in his blood, he made his way into hell itself to find her. Knowing Lord Hades would not release his love so great, he sang a song so deep and profound, it softened his highness's heart in a way it had not known since he first laid eyes on Persephone herself, goddess of harvest, and is now queen. And so, he decided to let both of them go, but on one condition. He did not look back as they walked back toward the surface. And they almost made it, when at the last minute, he looked back just in time to see the pain in her eyes before she slipped back into the underworld. Just as it seems you have slipped back into sleep. Am I wrong, friend? You were always a heavy sleeper. Death has not changed that. it seems. Nor anything else about you, my darling rock. You see, the thing those above will never know about the story is that Prince Zagreus was able to make it so that they could be together again in death. But it won't be like that for us, my love. We will be together again, oh yes, but not in death. In life. And I will spend every minute of it making sure you know how much you mean to